Well, hello everybody. I know it's been a little bit since I've been around, and I do apologize, and there will be more on that as we continue. But I just had to real quick come out because look, we have a wonderful new release by Rubber Stamp Tapestry. This is just the way that I always have mine stored in a very large box so I can see all the beautiful designs. But we have both sets and individual stamps. So I will be going through those today and just showing you. So this is what their new release looks like. So let's start out. Let me get set up here because of course, I'm never prepared. Let's start looking at the individual sets, the individual pegs that are out there. So that's what these look like, which is great. So we'll look at these one at a time. So what is really cute, we have a ball of yarn and we have a set of needles. Let me grab a piece, a couple pieces actually, of some cardstock. And you know what? I'll grab a couple inks. Yeah, I'm never prepared. Okay, let's see here. Here we go. Oh, just grab some colors. And we'll have some fun. Okay. So, we'll just set these all across. So I've grabbed my Desiree K blue denim, jelly bean green, lovely lavender, dusty rose, and sea glass. All right, so let's use the sea glass. So we have our ball of yarn. Okay, let's try to do that again. There's our ball of yarn, and we have our needles. Now remember, even though these are individuals, they have a registry line because that's going to tell you if I take this, it's facing me now because when I tip this up, that is how that image is going to stamp on my paper. So wherever this registry is, this part here is going to be where that registry sets. Does that make sense? That was a lot of gabbing going on there. So always remember that when it comes to the peg stamps. So let's test it. Here's my registry here. We know that's there. I'm going to go in my ink. I'm going to turn it, stamp, and you can see, well, now you can see it went on to the side. But that's what the ball of yarn and the needles look like. So it would be really cool if you stamped your image. You could use your embossing powders for those knitting needles. So I thought that was really cool. Again, these are individuals. So next up, we have, matter of fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get all my lids off here. There we go. So now we have this cute little bicycle. Again, here's the registry line down here. So when I stamp it this way, that's what it's going to look like. I'm going to stamp. And there is our image. So it is really cute. That would be a cute border when it comes to these images. And that's the beauty of the peg stamps. You can create some wonderful, you can create your own pattern paper. So, oh my, that could be dangerous, right? So here we have just some dots in a circular motion. Now, what's cool with this, it can create some backgrounds. So even if I just take that, again, we can go over each of these stamps and I can create that image like that. Okay, I should really use darker ink. Of course I choose every soft color I choose. Yes! So let's do this. That's a little darker. That is one of the things that I do enjoy when it comes to the peg stamps. So you've got those slight images of the circles, so you've got that shading going. Think of that would be a neat, you know, if you put a line around that, when it comes to this image, I do apologize. I am coming off of an extremely bad cold that I had for an extremely long time. I didn't think it was going to leave, so I'm going to apologize for my coughs now. But if I take this and just add my circles in here, and if I doodle, now I'm not doodling the right way, but that's okay. So if I take this and just do this, you can see that changes the image. I can take this, add my lines to come down, and now I've got a set of balloons, and I could fill in those colors. So something so simple. Not, you know, a lot of people would look at that and say, okay, well, how would I work with that? It's just one way. And again, it does also have that registry, but again, you can just have these going in the different angles. The last three individual stamps are butterflies, and they are gorgeous. So again, know where your registry stamp is, so that you know, I'm going to use another card, where these images are going to go and how they're going to stamp. These are absolutely gorgeous, and the detail that is in each of these is magnificent. Again, all the registries are facing me right now, so this is exactly how they will sit on your paper when you stamp them. Just going to real quick clean those off. And it takes me forever to clean my stamps, but these are your images. I mean, the details that you get with red rubber is absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so those are the individual peg stamps that are part of the new release that just launched a few days ago. So let's look at the sets. So our first set up, excuse me, is going to be Cherry Tree in Bloom. This is a 2-peg stamp set. And you can see that we have the cherry blossoms, and then we have the branch that comes out. And then these are what the images look like. So lots of interest when it comes, and again, a 2-peg set. So if I take, I think I'm just going to stick with the blue. All right. And I do, as I said, I store mine. I do keep the plastic case that these come in, because I use those for paints or glues if I needed to use a lot. But that's what those images look like when they are stamped. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go to the other side. So also, I'm going to put my lids on these other colors, because you know me. Yeah, I'll get it all over the place. All right. So next up is Go Fly a Kite. First of all, love the name. And this too is a 2-system peg stamp set. Now, I say a 2-system is because each of these build on top of each other. So these are the 2 images that we have. And again, every time I'm stamping, I am keeping that registry in front of me. Now, what's great is, again, these can touch each other. So if I take the kite, and then I take this registry, and I'm going to, where the kite's registry was towards me, I'm going to have this registry opposite from me. So I'm going to go in, and I'm going to match up the registry to the bottom of that kite. Tell you what, we'll zoom in a little. There we go. So again, matching this line with that, and you can now see I have an individual stamp. But I can build off of that. So that is really cool. Really enjoyed that. So you can have what's nice is your strings can be one color, and then this you can choose different colors for your kite, which is wonderful. You know, think about it. If that was one stamp, you'd have to clean off the string, re-stamp, and, you know, let's face it, I would be frustrated. Yes. So that is Go Fly a Kite. Next up is perfect for masculine cards. We always struggle with masculine cards. Here's one that's called Beer Garden. So we've got some beer mugs, we've got some pretzels, we've got some I'm trying to find the stamp set, so I'm going to put this down. Hold on here. So here we go. Yeah, okay. So here's the beer mug, the pretzels. Who doesn't love pretzels? I'm not a beer drinker. I'm going to assume that's a hops. And I'm not quite sure what that is, too. So, okay, manly things going on here. Yes! Okay, so it's called Beer Garden. And here's what our images look like. Again, when I'm stamping, the registry is towards me. Or I should say facing me. Let me say it that way. That makes more sense. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. My voice sounds absolutely horrible. But I could not do any more videos. And unfortunately, to do all of these, they're all going to be, let's get that camera turned on and let's go. So those are the images for the Beer Garden set. So again, you know, perfect for masculine cards. You can do a lot of neat images or neat building on those. And I will be showing some ideas that I have for that set. So next up is called Shamrock and Clover. This is a 2 peg stamp set as well. I'm sorry, the Beer Garden was a 4 peg stamp set. Sorry, I forgot to tell you all that. All right, so if we stamp this one out, you can see we have 2 different styles of clovers. So we have one with a little bit of an opening and one a little bit more solid. And again, they are on the smaller size of the peg stamps. Now this, the Shamrock and Clover can coincide perfectly with Luck of the Irish, because that is a 3 peg set on the medium size of the pegs. And you can see the 3 different clovers that we have for this one. Let me real quick clean these off. And you can see that they are just, in relation to those, a little bit larger. So you can have a lot of fun creating, you know, different levels, frames, and so forth. And again, St. Patrick's Day is coming up, and before we know it, it's going to be here. I'm telling you, the days just fly by. How about you? You sensing that? I don't know. So, again, these 2 go really, really well together. Next up, To My Valentine. This here is a 4 peg stamp set, and it looks like it is the medium pegs that are part of this set. So let's get these stamped out. We'll just stamp those along the bottom. Again, registries. Wow. Okay. Registry is always facing me. So in this one, we have hearts, we have flowers, And we have some great, nice size images. So we can have a lot of fun with the hearts, creating a frame. We can use these to make wonderful tags for some goodie bags. Or we can make those alternate size cards if you have small children that are to give out Valentine's. I remember doing that. I had a lot of fun with those. And these packets were so cute. Anyway, you can create your own packets now. So again, a 4-peg stamp set. And you can use some wonderful bright and springy colors with To My Valentine. All right, let me grab another piece of cardstock. There we go. Let's push that one out of the way. All right, so next up, we have Hummingbird Patio. So this looks absolutely adorable. This is a 6-peg stamp set. So we have the flower pots, we have the hummingbirds, and we have the flowers and the greenery. So we've got 1 medium and 5 of the small peg stamps in this set. So we'll stamp the larger flower pot first. We'll come in with the smaller one. And let's see, here's one of the hummingbirds. And again, that registry is straight to me. It's parallel to me. I'm looking at it. So you will see how these images are stamping based on the position of that. And then our last one is the florals that go with this. So a great scene builder on this one. You can create a great scene with this set. Okay. Next up, let me put these away first. All right, so next up is Follow Your Heart. I know this is an awesome release, right? Huge. Follow Your Heart. So we're going into some more hearts here for Valentine's. This is a 4-peg stamp set. There's 2 small and 2 medium in this set. And then our last image. Get those. And you can see we've got 2 adorable little hearts. Great accent for other cards. We've got some greenery. We've got a heart with heart clusters to form that heart. And then we have some florals. Yes, guys, I'm trying to back away. I don't want to cough right into this phone here that I'm using to record. So, but what's great is, and something else to think about when it comes to your peg stamps, they can be used individually. You can intertwine these sets. So that's another thing that is great, and the versatility that they have. So again, that is Follow Your Heart. Next up is Field of Tulips. So this is very similar to their poppy ones. If you remember those, it's just the poppy flower, and then you can add the stems. This one's very similar, so it's 3 medium-size peg stamps. So think of the beautiful colors and the beautiful accents that you can create with these pegs. I mean, look at those images. They are such, and look, here's, you know, that's my finger next to them. So these are nice size images. You can add your stems to come from it. You can add your blending and so forth. So lots of fun with this one. Wait till you see what I did with that one. So it's really cool. That's a little different. Let's just say that. A little different. But I was having way too much fun. Let's see here. And last but not least, I know you didn't think we were going to get to the end, right? So it's called Easter Blessings. And these are some beautiful images. It is a 5-peg stamp set. 3 medium, 2 small. And let's get these stamped out. beautiful floral image, a beautiful lily across, piece of greenery, and of course our dove. I mean, think of that with these images. I mean, you could have that olive branch coming from the dove, and the beautiful cross with the lilies, and then those beautiful floral images as well. So huge, wonderful springtime images, perfect for Easter. If you do make Easter cards, this is a great set. So I do hope everyone enjoyed this. I do like to show you the Rubber Stamp Tapestry releases because they are so huge. It's not just, you know, 1 or 2 peg stamp sets. There are multiple, and then they do have the individual peg stamps as well, which are great fillers. You know, you could add the butterflies to this one. You could add the bike in the background on this one. You could also add the butterflies to that one. You could add, you know, create a border of crafts going along the bottom. So many choices, so many options that are available with these sets. So soon you will see the projects that I have created for Rubber Stamp Tapestry, being a member of their design team. I hope everyone is having a great day. I hope you enjoyed this. Again, everything will be linked down below if you want to learn more about Rubber Stamp Tapestry and their peg stamps and how else they are used. There's a blog where you can see the other design team members and the images that they create as well. If you have any questions or comments, please leave those down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. If you haven't already, I'd love for you to subscribe, ring that bell, make sure you hit the thumbs up. But remember what is most important for me that you do every single day. Always be creative.